Hi, welcome to my channel, Inner Alchemy Tarot. Today's reading is all about what your guides want you to stop doing. And if you're new to pick a card readings, what you'll do is you will pick a pile that resonates with you the most. And this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. And then you'll go to the timestamps in the description box below and pick your pile. And so you can pick in a few different ways. You can pause the video and pick which one of the piles resonates with you the most visually. You can use the crystals. So this is celestite. This is amazonite. And this is rose quartz. And also I will provide a meditation for you to tune into your heart, because when you tune into your heart is your North Star and will always lead you in the right direction every time. So without further ado, let's get into the meditation and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is all about what your guides want you to stop doing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards and see what advice your guides have. Page of Cups. Eight of Coins. And the Six of Swords. Okay, so what I see here, what your guides are trying to communicate is that so the universe presents you with an idea, an interesting idea, and you start pursuing it and you get into the nitty-gritty and the nuts and bolts and all the hard work that is involved. Because when the universe presents you with an exciting or different idea, it's always just, you know, you've got that full energy, that excitement, that, you know, just ready to jump in. But then you can get mired down in the physical nature and just the to-do list of everything. But what your guides want to tell you is, don't give up so soon. Don't walk away so quickly, because you're ready to leave the Eight of Coins energy too quickly. And what your guides want to say is that you may need to put in that hard work, and it might be a slow and arduous process with a lot of nuts and bolts and paperwork and a lot of systems you have to put in place, a lot of structure. And you like the Page of Cups energy with the excitement and the idea and the interesting direction you're going in. But once it gets too tough, you just give up and you move on to the next thing. But your guides want to tell you, if you just stick with it and push past that wall of resistance to doing all the physical things, that you will reap the benefits of that. But you have to stick around long enough for it to start unfolding for you. Okay, so let's take a look at some fairy cards. The Loum, Indy, and the Sage. The Loum. So this first fairy here, she's just sitting there, just kind of looking a little bit bored or uninterested. But the meaning of this card is she's waiting for her manifestations to come to her. And she's like, okay, universe, I'm here, ready to receive what I asked for. But what she doesn't realize is that maybe she's too focused on her manifestation, and maybe she needs to drop it for a little while and give to someone, like do something selfless. Maybe the scales are out of balance as far as giving and receiving. So this card is about giving and receiving, and she is ready to receive her manifestation and looking like, where is it? I've put in some work. Where's my stuff? And also another meaning of this card could be you're giving too much. And so this fairy could have the look of a very tired fairy giving too much, not having energy, not having enough energy, not being in the right vibration because you're so depleted that you won't receive your manifestations. So this card is about the balance between giving and receiving, and also being open to receiving. And also kind of being stuck. This card is about being stuck. So if you're feeling stuck and stagnant in what you're trying to accomplish, and it doesn't seem like anything's coming through as far as what you're trying to create or manifest, the advice from your guides here is to start giving to others. Do a random act of kindness, because it's about raising your vibration too. When we give to others, we always raise our vibration, and then we balance the scales between giving and receiving. And also make sure that you're not depleting yourself by giving too much to others. So that card is, your guides want you to either start being more generous, see what you can do to help others, or stop depleting yourself. So it just depends on you and where you are in your situation. To me, this card definitely goes along with the tarot cards and in this Eight of Coins card here. Like, I put in some work, I put in some work towards this manifestation, and why hasn't it come? Why isn't it here? And also this guy burning the midnight oil, maybe wearing himself out. So that this card definitely is tied to this fairy card, the balance of giving and receiving. And then we have our indecisive fairy here. So he just can't make a decision, and when I see this card, what I think of is there's a quote, and I'm about to butcher it, so sorry, but there's a quote about when you make a decision and head in the direction of what you want, then providence moves too. So the whole universe will conspire with you to achieve what you want to manifest, to achieve your goals. But you have to make that decision, like, I'm doing this no matter what. Come hell or high water, I am doing this and I am going for it. And then things start to line up. Synchronicities, people coming in to help you, but you can't be wishy-washy like this fairy is. This fairy is just kind of wishy-washy, and if you're wishy-washy, you're sending out mixed vibrations to the universe too. Like in quantum physics, when we make a choice, we collapse the wave and choose that choice for that reality. So you've got to make the decision and go for it. And even if things aren't happening at first, you've got to plant those seeds and put in the work and the structure to get things to start rolling. But the guidance here from your guides is to just make a decision. And this last fairy card here is the advice is follow your heart, because the sage, the wise person, the shaman, the healer knows that that is the key, following your heart. If you're indecisive about something, keep it simple. Keep it very simple, and that means focusing in on your body and your heart chakra in particular. If this is something that resonates with your heart, then make that decision and go for it. But what happens is we make things way too complicated, like, what's my family going to think about this interesting idea that I'm pursuing? Maybe this out-of-the-box idea. Are they going to judge me? Or what are my friends going to think? Or, just input from maybe some naysayers that may not support this idea. So those kinds of ideas come in, and also our own ideas about ourselves and our perceived limitations and limiting beliefs will come in. But the sage keeps it simple. The sage drops all that other stuff and gets to the core by focusing in on the heart. If the heart says yes, then that is the direction you should be heading in. And by tuning into your heart, it's just as simple as sitting down, closing your eyes, and think about this goal that you want to accomplish. And the Page of Cups here, that is an idea from the heart. So I'm getting that this idea did come from your heart, that you are pursuing. But when we do pursue those interesting ideas that come from the heart, that doesn't mean it's not going to be complicated. That does not mean that you're not going to fall flat on your face sometimes. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have to put in the hard work, and that it doesn't mean that it's always going to be fun. But the sage knows and your guides know that it's worth it in the end. But just get behind the decision of your heart and pursue it with all of your heart. Okay, so just to recap here. So the things your guides want you to stop doing, they want you to stop giving up on your heart's desire when it gets to be a little bit difficult, or when you think it's taking a little bit too long. Your guides also want you to stop either giving too much or giving too little. And your guides want you to make your decision and stick with it and follow your heart's desire. And the last thing your guides want you to know is when making your decision, you're making things way too complicated. So they want you to stop making your decisions way too complicated. When it's really simple, you just have to tune into your heart and literally the sensations in your heart. And does pursuing this idea feel like freedom in your heart, or does it feel like shackles on in your heart? So ask yourself that. Also, to listen to your heart and stop worrying about what other people are thinking about your idea that you're pursuing. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your last couple oracle cards. Grand Cross Provoker. And the All-Encompassing Hand. All right. So the Grand Cross, that is an area of tension in your chart. And the corresponding tarot card to this is the Nine of Wands. So that's the card where the guy has all the wands standing up and he looks a little battle weary because he's been facing a lot of opposition. And that's why it's called the Provoker. It's meant to cause great change in your life. It's meant to present challenges to you so you can change and grow through those challenges. But through those challenges, you can get caught in analysis paralysis. So the guides want you to stop getting caught in analysis paralysis and just put one foot in front of the other, like in this Eight of Coins card, and begin to head towards your goal of what you're trying to manifest. So again, there's that message of don't give up. It might seem tough right now, but it's just because the universe is preparing you for something great. That's why you have those challenges in your life. It's like the universe kind of molding you and shaping you and forming you into your highest self. Because if you do follow your heart, that's when your challenges will come up, because in order to meet your highest destiny, you've got to heal from your wounds. You've got to release the past. You've got to go through challenges so that you can reach for that higher state within yourself. So the message with this card here, again, is don't give up on yourself. And in the All-Encompassing Hand, that's the hand of divine grace working in your life. And so you might be feeling lonely on your path, because if you're pursuing this out-of-the-box idea, you might be feeling pretty lonely, like no one has your back, like no one understands what you're going through. But what the divine wants you to know, what your guides want you to know, is to stop doing that, because the divine and your guides, your team of light, they're always reaching out to you. But the divine might not be trying to get your attention and show support in some big mystical moment. It will be through the little things. It will be through a beautiful summer day and the gentle breeze on your face. It will be that beautiful white butterfly that you see. It will be, it'll be a compliment from someone else, or a smile from someone else, or an act of kindness towards you. The divine supports you in all ways, through other people, through sending you spirit animals, or just that divine grace and protection that we take for granted every day. Your guides want you to start looking at how the divine, the hand of the divine, is holding you every day in protection, in love, and supporting you in every way you can. But it reminds me also of that Four of Cups card, where the guy's looking down at all the spilled cups, but the universe is handing this beautiful golden cup of love, and he's not looking up to see it. The divine wants you to stop looking down at the spilled cups and look up all around you to see just the beauty and grace and the ways that you are supported in your life. So I see that your guides want to tell you that your idea and what you're pursuing is a divine idea and is divinely guided. The divine has got your back through divine grace every day. So I think those are all the messages I have for you today, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can get new videos when I put them out. And also, if you really liked this video, please share with friends and family to help my channel grow. Thank you for listening. Much love to you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about what your guides want you to stop doing. So let's get into it. We've got the Tower reversed, the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so what's coming through here is that your manifestations are being blocked by you holding on to things that do not serve. So there are things that you're holding on to for dear life that you will not let go, that is blocking your manifestations, that is blocking what you want, what you're trying to create. So the Tower is number 16, and the card right after that is the Star. The Star is the card of renewal, rejuvenation, authenticity, just being renewed, fresh, and connected to spirit, and just being brand new after the Tower moment. But with the Tower in reverse, you're not letting the Tower moment happen. You're trying to hold up that Tower with all of your might. There's something you don't want to let go. It could be a home. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be a friendship. So there's something that you're holding on to that if you would just let go and experience the emotions of the Tower moment, the crumbling of those old belief systems, peeling back the layers of your ego to get to the Star, the authentic you, who you really are. And when you connect in with the Star, who you really are, money and abundance will follow you. You'll have all the options you want. So your guides want you to stop holding on. Your guides want you to let whatever it is go. You've got to let it go. So right now, your Tower might be crumbling a bit. You might be getting, dust falling on your head as indicators that it's starting to crumble, that it doesn't serve you. So before it comes tumbling down, preempt that by letting it go. Because the Tower moment is going to happen, but the longer we hold on, the worse it is. So it's better to let go when that you feel the dust and a little bit of dirt start falling on your head because of the building is crumbling. It's better to let go then, and then your options will be open. You'll have so many choices. The sky's the limit. And there's some new beginning that wants to happen, something growing within you. But it won't happen because you're blocking it. And you are pursuing your dreams, but you're not understanding why it's not coming. And this energy reminds me of pile number 1. So you might want to listen to pile number 1 because this is a kind of a similar energy. Let's take a look at some fairy cards. The Singer of Healing. Mick the Myomancer. And Iris of the Rainbow. All right. The Singer of Healing. So there's a healing that's trying to happen within you. And you might be saying to yourself, well, I've done all the work. I've done a lot of personal development. What more do I need to heal? What needs to come up? And this card, Mick the Myomancer, is telling you to pay attention to the signs because your guides want you to stop resisting the healing that's going to come with this Tower moment. So stop resisting the healing that's going to come with this Tower moment. And you might be wondering, is there something I'm missing? What do I need to let go? Everything feels right to me. So your guides I'm hearing that you are a big picture thinker. You're a big picture thinker. So your guides want you to look at the details. Look at the details. They're sending you signs. There's a time for eagle vision when you look at the big picture and how you want everything to go. But then there's a time for mouse vision when you hone in on those little details you need to do to make your dreams come to fruition, and also look in on the details of what messages your guides and the universe is trying to tell you, because they're trying to tell you with, you're in the whisper phase as far as the tower moment. They're trying to tell you that something's not quite right here, something's starting to crumble, something's starting to give way. So look for those signs from the universe, because your guides are really trying to get your attention. There's something, it's like a big block that's standing in your way of this Ace of Pentacles, of this star, of this rebirth after the Tower, Iris of the rainbow. So this speaks of a storm. You're in the midst of a storm, and but the light is starting to break. And her message to you is to have hope that the light will break. I don't think you're in the storm right now, but I think the storm wants to pass through, but you're resisting it. And you can see this little frog here in this card. Actually, there are a couple of frogs. So the message with this card is, after the storm, the rainbow will kiss the frogs. The light of the rainbow will touch the frogs. And will they transform, or will they stay the same? Will they still be frogs after the storm? When you hang on and you don't want to let go, and you don't want to transform, and you don't want to go through the emotions, you stay stuck and stagnant in that frog energy. The overarching message from your guides here is to stop holding on so hard. What is it that you're holding on to? And if you don't know, start looking at those details. Look for the signs. And okay, let's see, we've got a couple more cards here. Pisces, I believe. And Pegasus of the Water Guardian. Okay. So this Pisces, I believe card, this is the old soul card. You may have Pisces in your chart, or you may be Pisces sun, rising, or moon. But Pisces has gone through many lessons, but sometimes Pisces doesn't learn from the lessons and has to repeat. So it's interesting, there's a spiral here. So you may, in your lifetime, repeat lessons, but you're supposed to grow and expand each time that spiral goes around. But if you don't learn from your lessons, that spiral is not going to expand. You're just going to keep on going in circles. So there's something that needs to transform within you, and it's something deep. Maybe this is why you're holding on, because it's subconscious with this Pegasus, the water guardian. In the energy of Pisces, the water energy, Pisces is the water sign. This guardian right here is going to help you go deep. And this water guardian card, to me, is very similar to the star. So this card is going to help you go deep, and the water element is going to wash you clean of that stuck and stagnant energy to be renewed and reborn. There's something growing within you, something that's trying to emerge, and this water guardian is very protective at this time. So you may be someone who's very open with your journey, but your guides want you to know that your guides want to say to you, stop being so open right now with this transformation you're going through. This may be something that is like incubating inside of you, and you don't need any naysayers or, jealous people looking in on your journey right now. So just be in that protective bubble with this water guardian right now, and this water guardian is going to guide you through the subconscious emotional experience of letting go. And the good news is, if you stop holding on, if you do let go, you'll experience your star moment. The moment when you reconnect with your soul and you're renewed and you've dropped all of that stagnant energy of what does not serve, and then you can move forward in the direction that is meant to lead you to joy and abundance and freedom to choose what you want in life. Just to recap, your guides want you to stop holding on and stop only looking at the big picture and let go. So I think those are all the messages I have for you today, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I put out a new video. Also, if you'd like to support this channel, you could share with friends and family to help this channel grow. Thank you so much for watching. Much love to you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about what your guides want you to stop doing. So let's go ahead and look at the cards. Muse of Emotions. Eight of Voices. Queen of Inspiration. Sorry. Muse of Inspiration. Four of Voices. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's some thunder in the background and the storm rolling in. Okay, so all right. So the Muse of Emotions, we have the Muse of Emotions and the Muse of Inspiration. In this deck, those are the kings. And we've got the Queen of Inspiration. All right, the Eight of Voices. The Eight of Voices, you are blocking your creativity. You are putting your own fire out with the emotion of anxiety. With the feeling of anxiety, you are putting your own fire out with this water energy. You are blocking your own creativity with anxiety about the future. The future you cannot see, and that gives you anxiety because you don't know what's coming next. So you feel trapped by the present, by what's going on around you in the present, feeling like you can't move forward, feeling like you're trapped in this current reality, feeling like, you're kind of lost in the dark right now. And then that feeling is putting out your creativity. You're putting out your own fire, your own joy, your own inspiration by buying into those anxious feelings about the future. But what your guides want you to know is you've got to stop those anxious feelings about the future. You've got to stop future tripping. You've got to get in that present moment. And this is where the Four of Voices comes in. When I see this card, it reminds me of meditating, resting, being in the present moment. She's surrounded by rose petals. She's, meditating, thinking about the universe. There are planets surrounding her. But she's in the present moment. She is not thinking of the future. And so these two cards together are so interesting. You can see she's got her blindfolds on, and they're just little teeny tiny streams of light coming out. And they make like prison bars on the front of her dress there. But this woman, she's got her eyes closed, but she has clear vision. She has clear sight with that light coming out from her eyes. She has clear vision because she's in the present moment. And what's coming through for you, pile 3, is meditation is key for you. A consistent meditation practice is key for you. And another thing that is coming through is a meditation, a particular meditation. And you may or may not be familiar with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, but he has an amazing meditation that I do all the time. It's called the Blessing of the Energy Centers. So I will put a link to that in the description box below, but it's an incredible meditation that brings you to the present moment and puts you in that creative energy to create your future and bust out of this 8 of Voices energy and stop putting out your own fire and joy. So try out that meditation. It's really great. Or if that doesn't resonate with you, just try some sort of meditation where you're busting out of that feeling of anxiety about the future, because you have a lot of creativity, a lot of joy that's about ready to come out with the Queen of Inspiration right next to the Muse of Inspiration. And your guides want you to stop putting out your own fire. Okay. All right. Sorry, I hope I don't sound preachy. I'm getting wound up here. Your guides really want to get this message through. There's a lot of energy coming through right now, so they really want to get that through to you. So let's go ahead and take a look at some fairy cards. Lists of the Shadows. The Friends. It's getting dark. A storm is rolling in. I hope you all can still see the cards. Okay. To me, it seems like it's getting dark, but hopefully you guys will still have some good light. And oh, here comes the thunder. So this is, wow, the thunder. I mean, there are no accidents. So this is like a release of energy type reading, a release of that creative energy, that fire energy without lightning. Okay, so a collective of pixies. All right. All right, the first thing I'm noticing here is we've got a lot of 4s here. We've got 44, 46, 48. So 4, 4, 4, 4. That's a message from your angels. Your guardian angel wants you to ask for help because they can't intervene unless you ask. So your guardian angel wants you to ask for help with whatever. Your guardian angel wants you to ask for help about this anxious feeling, about these feelings of anxiety about the future. Okay, so the list of the shadows. This is interesting that this is coming up with this 8 of Voices because to me, she's stuck in her shadows. She's got her blinders on. And here comes some help from this fairy here, the energy of this fairy to help you out of the shadows. She is the patron fairy of healers, the patron fairy of people who help other people. So you may be a healer or a shaman or someone in the healthcare profession, but you're someone who helps other people in some way. And she is this the energy of this fairy is here to help pull you out of your shadows, to take those blinders off so you can see your joy, so you can connect in with your joy. Okay, the Friends. Okay, so what your guides want you to stop doing here is resisting the shadows. Resisting the shadows. Even though you're in the shadows, you're still resistant to it. So stop resisting looking at those shadows and stop trying to just put a smile on and act like you don't have this anxiety, that you don't have these shadows. Acknowledging the shadows is a big part of helping you break free out of the shadows. So your guides want you to stop denying your shadows. And here we have the Friends and a collective of pixies. Your guides want you to stop trying to do everything on your own because there are friends and people who are meant to help you along your journey. It's time to ask for help when you need it. And you don't have to rely just on yourself. So also, and be lighthearted about whatever it is you're doing. The fairies are always very lighthearted. Be lighthearted, and your friends can help you do that. Your friends can help you stay lighthearted and not take things and yourself so seriously. Okay, so it's getting darker in here. I hope you guys can still see. All right, yep, here comes the rain. Whoa, it's really dark. Okay. All right, so we've got the 10th house, the world, and hope. Okay. The angel of hope. All right. The 10th house is the house of Capricorn. That's you putting in diligent, hard work towards accomplishing a goal. In order to make that process easier, make sure you call on your friends, but this is the house of fame. You are meant to be in the spotlight somehow. You may be resisting being in the spotlight in some way. Your guides want you to stop that, but you are meant to be in the spotlight, and there might be fame headed your way, pile number 3. Maybe on social media, maybe YouTube, maybe you have a YouTube channel, but you are meant for fame and being in the spotlight somehow. This is about attainment of success through your diligent hard work and being in the spotlight, being contacted by media, or becoming famous through social media somehow. And Phanuel, the angel of hope. So this angel is coming through here for you to give you hope of what is in store for you. The angel Phanuel, this angel is coming through for you. The angel of hope is coming through for you to tell you to stop entertaining ideas of anxiety and start entertaining ideas of hope, of getting out of this seemingly hopeless situation that you feel stuck in. This angel wants you to start letting the light of hope in, because you have got many blessings on the other side. If you just stop denying your shadows and start meditating. I think meditating and taking a break from your thoughts, taking a break from those beliefs whirring around in your mind through meditation, and having a vision and goals for your future is going to be key for you to move forward into this queen of inspiration, joyful energy, creative energy. Oh, and here's number 40. So here's another 4. So ask your angels for help. If you work with angels, or if you don't work with angels, just ask your guardian angel for help with this situation. You could say, guardian angel, I'm calling on you by my own free will to help me with these feelings of anxiety. I give these feelings of anxiety up to you. Help me transmute these feelings and help me get out of this stuck place under grace and perfect ways for the highest good of all. And so it is. So, something similar to that. This reading, your angels really want you to ask for help, especially if you're feeling stuck right now. I think those are all the messages I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. And also make a comment down below about what resonated. And if you would like to help support this channel, a good way would be to share this with friends and family so that my channel can grow. Much love to you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.